Welcome back to the Perfect Season Podcast. This is the Super Amazing Podcast, talk about everything, all things sports related, and absolutely nothing to do with milk and cookies. My name is Alex. We're here with Anthony. Today we're going over Week 10 NFL predictions. Week 9 predictions were interesting. Not much changing though, however. First place we have Anthony. Anthony finished 11-2. Me and Leon tied at 10-3. Frankie finished 8-6. So the current updated standings are Frankie is 83, 52-1. Leon is 80. 55-1. I am in third with 76, 59-1. Anthony is also tied in third place with me at 76, 59-1. Difference between us in third place and that one and Frankie in first place is only 7 games. Will that happen? Will that change happen this week? Probably not, because we have 14 games this week, so it's highly unlikely, but there's a chance. So
you never know what can happen.
Honestly, man, you never know.
Just like the Lions beating the Packers.
Just like that.
The Commanders beating the Vikings.
The Commanders did not beat the Vikings.
Oh, well, that was close enough.
Yep.
That was the game we didn't talk about.
We touched on it briefly, but not enough. Okay, so with all that being said, Thursday Night Football, Atlanta at Carolina.
You know, I'm rolling with Torrin on this one. Shout out Torrin. I'm rolling with Atlanta.
I'll also take Atlanta in this matchup. I don't have any faith in Carolina. Seattle at Tampa Bay, 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time in München.
I'll be scanning groceries at Publix, so I'm taking Tampa.
You're going to be scanning groceries at 9:30 in the morning?
Sadly, because I called out of work last week.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so you're taking Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's bad about this game for you, Anthony?
What?
You know Tampa's going to be the home team.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, with that being said, I'm still going to take Seattle. Seattle's offense is rolling a little too fast and a little too hard. Minnesota at Buffalo.
Oh, Lord. This is one of those games it just depends if Allen plays.
Exactly. But the thing is that
even if Allen does play, is he limited reps?
Not as a quarterback. Probably not. But here's the thing: they haven't made a declaration on if Allen is going to play yet. So do you take that risk in saying Buffalo, or do you play the safe way and say the Vikings?
But I could also be like Frankie, how he changes his pick last minute.
Yes.
So right now, my gut is going with Buffalo.
Your gut is going with Buffalo.
My gut's going with Buffalo. The only reason is I remember watching that Commanders-Vikings game last week. Minnesota struggled against the Commanders. And I'm not saying that the Bills struggled against the Jets, because they did.
I'll also take Buffalo. I have confidence that Josh Allen will play and will start. Minnesota's defense is not good. Even though their offense is fine, their defense cannot keep up against a high-powered offense. I'll take Buffalo. Detroit at Chicago, NFC North divisional matchup.
NFC North divisional foes. You know, I like what I'm seeing out of both teams. Two teams that are obviously terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But Detroit comes in and takes this win.
You're rolling with Detroit for the second time the second time.
Detroit's on a 1-game win streak.
Yeah, they are. I'm going to take Chicago.
You gotta ride high with the Lions.
I'm going to take Chicago in this matchup. They're at Soldier Field. They're coming off of they're coming off of a very disheartening loss to the Dolphins. Lost by 3, high-powered offense.
Okay, here's an interesting question.
What?
Does a lion beat a bear in a fight?
I guess it depends on the bear. No.
Mm.
I don't know. I think I'd probably take a bear, honestly.
I'm thinking the lion. The lion has the speed.
It's like the bear. I think the bear has the endurance and the
stamina.
I guess would be the right. Yeah, I guess. I'll take Chicago. The Cleveland Browns at the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, good God. Rolling with Miami.
The key thing for this game is Cleveland is fresh off of a bye week.
Yeah, but look at what some teams do fresh off a bye week.
Nothing.
Struggle.
That's fair. Obviously.
And it's in Miami.
Yeah,
It's in Miami.
but
Yes, we do have Hurricane Nicole coming,
tropical
but
storm.
tropical storm, hurricane, typical Florida things,
Yeah.
It's just rain, but the heat won't play an index. If it's under 70 degrees, it is cold. To
The
me, at
issue,
least.
the issue is this: we're now going into November, and typically, what happens with
But the
Florida,
sun is strong.
when Miami faces against a team after they're coming off of a hurricane or tropical storm, the weather is usually colder. So that being said, I don't think the wind is going to have any factor in this. And I'm looking right now. Sunday is a high of only 82 degrees in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, but it's still going to be sunny and bright, and Cleveland
yeah.
has to stay. Cleveland has to stare into that sun.
Yeah. Well, I don't know
So,
why I'm trying to like bet against the Dolphins there. I'm taking Miami hands down. I think I'm just trying to say that the Heat probably may not be as big of a factor as it was in weeks ago. Denver at Tennessee.
oh good God. Denver is, I don't know. It's like a terrible game.
Could be a lot worse.
Who are you going with?
I'm gonna take Denver in this game.
I think that's who I was gonna go with, just because. Is Tannehill out?
Tannehill, I believe, is still out, and Denver is coming off of a bye week.
I'm taking Denver.
I'm gonna take Denver only because of their defense. I think their
Broncos
defense is
country.
Be,
let's ride.
Absolutely. I think Denver's
just
defense,
one time. I'm saying it.
Just this one time. I think I've said
this
it
is one time.
I think I said it 3 times already throughout this entire season.
Yeah.
I'll take Denver in this matchup. I don't.
This is a one time.
Okay, but I think Denver is going to be able to slow down Derrick Henry.
It's gonna be a low scoring game. Both offenses are terrible.
Agreed.
But I'll say this: Malik Willis passes for his first career touchdown.
I don't think I can say that. Malik Willis has completed 13 passes in around 40 attempts. I mean, that's 33% completion rate. I think he's only thrown for like maybe 120 yards right now. So that's not the best record right now. But I'm going to say Denver. Did you say Tennessee?
I said Denver.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I wrote you down as Tennessee there. Houston at the New York Giants.
Oh, God. Giants are coming off a bye.
Mm-hmm.
Houston somehow scored 17 points on the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The world may never know what happens, but it's like also how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah.
The New Jersey Football Giants.
Don't say that in Giants Stadium. Apparently,
yeah, I know.
Giants fans don't like that, but
but they're in New Jersey. I can make this debate all I want.
They're in Rutherford, New Jersey. Yes, I agree.
They should be called the New Jersey Jets and the New Jersey Giants if you play in New Jersey. There's only one New York team apparently,
and it's Buffalo, and I would agree with that. Jacksonville at Kansas City.
Oh, good God! Kansas City by 40. I mean, do I want to see Jacksonville do good? Yes. But it's Kansas City.
It's Kansas City. You can't bet against Kansas City. Kansas City picks up their 6th win.
I mean, you can bet against Kansas City against Buffalo.
With how Buffalo played last week against the Jets, I don't know. The New Orleans Saints at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I hate the Saints, but I hate the Steelers.
Let's say
this is a terrible matchup.
This is worse than Houston Giants, or Houston against the Giants. Yeah.
No, I'm going. Hate to say it. Going with that team.
Going with the Saints.
Sadly,
I'm also going to go with the Saints. I don't think Pittsburgh has anything left in them. Not saying that they did in general. Indianapolis at the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is the week. I don't see the Colts doing anything. Mm-hmm. Jeff Saturday, who went 3-7.
Yeah.
3-7 as a high school coach, has no experience in college, no experience in the NFL. Yeah. And then you hire a play caller who's never called plays before. Mm-hmm. I think Vegas uses the advantage on this, and Vegas wins this game.
So you're gonna take the Raiders.
Taking the Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders.
So I kind of did a little bit of digging over the last 3 weeks that the Raiders have played, and I've gone 1-2 when picking a game with the Raiders in it, because every single time I picked the Raiders to win, even last week, and they lost, and the previous.
So you're
week,
betting against
and
the
they lost.
Raiders.
I'm betting against the Raiders this week because statistically, I think I should bet against the Raiders almost every single week with their season. But here's the other thing, and I think this may catch the Raiders off guard. Josh McDaniels
Is a terrible head coach.
Is a analyst.
Terrible.
He likes to look at the analytics, the statistics of things. Here's the thing: Frank Reich is gone. That's fact. They have a new offensive play caller and a new head coach who's never head coached in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying.
Collegiate level. No. But here's the thing. This is where things get. This is where things get tricky. The Raiders love looking at film. Yeah. How can you look at film on a team that had just got a new head coach with a new scheme, a new play calling, new everything?
Yeah.
And also against the Raiders defense, I think this is the game that Jonathan Taylor actually makes a recoming and presents to himself why he's a top 5 running back and arguably one of the best ones in the league. I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts on this one in a very run-heavy game with Jonathan Taylor and Josh Jacobs. But I'm going to take the Colts.
I mean, you bet against the Raiders and the Raiders won, so I guess I'm going with your statistic.
So are you saying the Raiders or are you saying the
Colts? I'm still going with the Raiders.
Okay. I was just saying the last time that I picked the Raiders and they won was against Houston. That was week 7. Arizona at the Los Angeles Rams.
Battle of 2, 3, and 6 teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Matthew Stafford's in concussion protocol.
Yep.
Who's their backup? Nick Foles?
Or John Walford.
Who? Never heard of him.
Backup.
Never heard of him. So I'm going with the Cardinals.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals, yes, because like you said, Stafford is in concussion protocol, and also Arizona's offense is a little bit better. Their defense is okay.
Cardinals country, let's fly.
The Dallas Cowboys at the Green Bay Packers.
This is a rematch of that championship game.
The NFC championship. NFC divisional game where Dez didn't catch it. Yes.
I mean,
do you want me to say mine first?
You're going with the Cowboys, I know.
Well, of course they are, because the Packers are not doing well.
You know,
the Cowboys are 6-2
last week. Called the upset last week. I'm going with the Cheeseheads. Going with the upset.
I think that upset is going to result in a loss, but
you said that last week about the Lions.
Dude, it was the 1-6 Lions. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You blame me? Come on. All right, we have the Chargers at San Francisco.
The Niners.
Okay. That's it. That's the end of your analysis there.
Is that what else is there to say about the Niners?
Nothing. I'm also taking San Francisco. Monday night.
I mean, San Francisco, I will say this, has improved their season. Trey Lance was not ready to be the starter.
Trey Lance also got injured.
But if Trey Lance was still in and never got hurt, they would not be in first place.
I beg to differ, but
I do have faith in Trey Lance. I have a lot of faith. I really do. I just think he needs more time to learn.
See, your analysis would be correct if Trey Lance played more than 1/4 of a game, and that one complete game was against a monsoon in Chicago.
But what I'm saying is he's only a second-year quarterback. And I still think but you can argue this about any quarterback.
You can argue this about any second-year quarterback in the league right now. I mean, look at the performance of the other second-year quarterbacks right now. Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Justin Fields.
Then the most compatible quarterback out of that, who has the most wins, Zach Wilson.
Not yes and no, because Zach Wilson was out the first couple of weeks, and Joe Flacco was in, and Joe Flacco won a couple of games.
Yes. But
you're saying San Francisco.
I still think I still think Trey Lance still needed a little more time, and that's just my take.
Okay. I'll take San Francisco. I know Jimmy Garoppolo's in there, Christian McCaffrey, all of them. It's against the Chargers.
I still just think this is Jimmy G's team.
I mean, I agree that they've known Jimmy Garoppolo longer than they've known Trey Lance. The only way that you can effectively make a Trey's team is if you get rid of Garoppolo, and they weren't able to do that. They signed him to a cheaper deal. Monday night, Washington at Philadelphia.
Oh, good God. Philly.
That's all you can really say about that.
Philly in a close one.
No. Philly by at least 2 scores. And with all of that being said, that is the end of. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with more predictions and overview. Stay tuned for more content over the coming week. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you like our content. And with all that being said, thank you so much, and we will see you soon.